Hello and welcome to Yoga para Buceo, Yoga for Diving, where we counterbalance the heavy weight of the bottle on our shoulders, elevating our heart and freeing up our legs front and back from center. Starting in a comfortable sitting position, place one hand on your belly, the other hand on your heart. Close your eyes and direct your attention towards your breath. Feel it change as you put your consciousness into your breathing. With an inhalation, find the expansion until the top of your lungs. And with an exhale, feel the belly drawing away from your lower hand as you move navel to spine. Inhale, feel the breath can move the full line from navel to heart upwards. Exhale, keep the space and arrive on the floor. Let's find our lateral breathing spaces by placing our hands onto the sides of our torso, on our ribs. Feel that as you breathe, maybe keeping navel to spine, you can feel the sides of your ribs, the sides of your torso expanding, maybe up towards your axillaries. Exhale, feel your ribs drawing together as you gather to Uddiyana Bandha, navel to spine, and to your core. Practice this in your own rhythm. And then let go of your hands again and replace them another time on your navel and your heart. See if you can feel the front and upwards ascending motion of your breath and the lateral expansion and returning to the core of the body as you exhale. When it comes to your gaze or your connection to the outside world, choose a method, a way that aids you staying connected with pratyahara, or the inward contemplation of what's actually occurring, instead of thoughts. Stay connected to your feeling of it's breathing you, going with the soft rise and expansion, and the centering and grounding exhalation. Feel your breath in the front moving up and on your sides expanding and returning to center. See if you can keep your navel to your spine as you breathe, and also keeping the elevation of the sternum as you exhale. Remove your hands as we continue our practice, moving forward on our mat, knees facing up, feet pointing forward. Inhale, arms stretched to the front. Exhale, roll down vertebrae by vertebrae until you arrive on the floor, on your back, shoulders firmly grounded, collarbones wide. From your core, bring one leg up. Inhale, exhale, let the other leg follow. Readjust your shoulders, find your core. Inhale, and with an exhale from your center, start pointing your feet. Inhale, flexing your ankles. Return with an exhale again to equally pointing your feet, working the inside and outside of your calf and hamstring muscles, as well as equally working the front side of your legs. This is counterbalancing the long paddling distances when diving. Holding a strong center and balanced shoulders, continue to flex and point from your center, feeling your breath. Start circling your ankles to mobilize the tendons and ligaments as you start turning your head. Make sure that the core stays stable, that you're keeping the width of your collarbones, and find that you're mobilizing your whole body from your center in unison with your breath. As you let the movement cease, reach one more time from center, lifting up your upper body, and with an exhale, allow the left leg to drop in a controlled manner, drawing your right leg towards you, flexing your foot. Drawing your sit bones together so you can reach the outer corners of your right leg, start circling your ankle to equally activate all four hamstrings. With an inhale, bend your right knee, and with an exhale, straighten the leg, finding more space, extending into it fully. Inhale, lifting up your upper body, activating the core. Exhale, bringing the legs together on top of you, reaching one more time through your feet. Inhale, right leg drops to the ground. Exhale, reaching for your left leg and returning to the floor. Again, start to mobilize your ankle first, stabilizing your sit bones drawn together. And then see as if you reach one more time through your foot, bending with an inhale your left knee, and exhale, extending one more time. See if you can find more space in the back of your left leg, freeing up the ankle if you need to. Inhale, bringing the left leg up. Exhale, letting the right follow. Bringing your hands back to the floor, start scissoring your legs, finding the length on the back side of your legs, and moving them in a controlled manner from your core, keeping the shoulders stable, the neck supported by drawing the ribs together. Continue to scissor your legs in a controlled manner from center as you breathe and extend into the soles of your feet. Find your unique rhythm as you're moving. Then draw the legs up one more time, reach through your toes, Pada Bandha, and with an exhale, bending the knees, setting your feet down, arriving. Connect through the soles of your feet, connect through the back of your shoulders, activating the back of the rotator cuff as you start rolling up with an inhale into your shoulder bridge. This simple sternum elevation will feel like heaven after having the bottle on your back for such a long time. Roll down with an exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, letting your pelvis release, keeping the shoulders stable. As the inhale draws into your body, come back up one more time, freeing up the neck. Exhale, keeping the shoulders stable, roll back down onto the ground. Inhale. One more time, make your way up, pushing the back of your arms and shoulders into the floor. Maybe you want to deepen by interlacing your fingers. Make sure your chromium process is still happy and free. Exhale, release into the newly freshly opened spaces, finding your neck elongated and keeping the heart lifted. With an inhale, feel the slight push as your breath enters the body, freeing up the neck. Exhale, feeling the back of your shoulders firmly grounded onto the floor. Freeing up your hands, inhale, and with an exhale, roll back down vertebrae by vertebrae, keeping your ribs drawn together and your core engaged as you release your pelvis. Arrive for a moment, lifting your legs with an inhale. With an exhale, enjoy a soft rocking motion from side to side, freeing up your neck again in Uttanasana. Come up with a rocking motion from your center. Inhale, setting your hands. Exhale, arriving on hands and knees, placing two fists in between your knees for the width of your sit bones, and start rolling up with an inhale. Exhale, find your tailbone dropping towards your knees. Flex one foot, then the other, and slowly sink back down onto your heels for opening of the plantar fascia or the soles of your feet. Inhale, reaching back with your arms, interlacing the fingers. Exhale, dropping the shoulders. And with an inhale, lift the arms back behind you, elevating the heart. Exhale, keep the sternum elevation as your interlaced hands drop to your sacrum. Continue with this pulsing motion as you inhale and exhale, freeing up your front rotator cuff, freeing up the top of your lungs, and start to enjoy the newly found space after the jacket and the bottle is gone. Inhale one more time. Exhale, keeping your shoulders rolled back, your sternum lifted. Inhale, expand into this open space in front and top of your body. Exhale, freeing up the arms and returning them to the floor. Free up your feet, start to circle your ankles again, and mobilize your whole spine and your shoulders. Returning to the floor, roll back up one more time with an inhale. Exhale, drawing your heart up from your core, placing your hands on your sacrum, elbows drawing together for a free front of the rotator cuff. Inhale, lifting the heart, keeping the neck supported. Exhale, go into a Ustrasana version where you have your feet flexed, activating your plantar fascia and extending from your core onto the top of your lungs, lifting your heart. Feel the soft waves of your breath, supporting the neck throughout, freeing up the front side of your body, enjoying the waves of inhale and exhale. Keeping your core come out of the pose, releasing your arms, placing them onto the floor again, freeing up your ankles. Slowly and gently take your time, melt back into Balasana or Child's Pose, freeing up your shoulder one more time, and then starting a pulsation Vinyasa in unison or harmony with your breath. With an inhale, feel the drawing to your core, the rounding of your spine, opening up the back spaces of your body. Exhale, melting down, allowing the neck to release. Inhale, come into the Samana action of drawing to center, and with an exhale, feel your heart melting away from the center. Inhale, keeping the core rolling back up, arriving for a moment into a Virasana variation on your heels, and then start to free up the front of your ankles by coming into the ankle stretch, placing your hands onto the floor on the sides of your thighs. And from your core, draw your knees up with an inhale, opening the front of your ankles. Exhale, slowly letting the knees descend gently onto the floor again. Let's do this a couple more times. Inhale, shoulders stay rolled back. Exhale, maybe you want to hold this elevation of your knees off the floor if your ankles are happy. Breathe one more time into this, and then with an exhale, release back down. Step with one leg back and then with the others, so you find your knees directly underneath your hips, and then with an exhale, extending the arms so you can come into Anahata Asana, opening the backside of your heart. Make sure that your shoulders stay rolled to the outer edges of your arms and your pinkies, and then start a pulsation Vinyasa, freeing up the spine. Maybe your sternum can come closer to the floor. Make sure your neck is free and happy. With every inhale, allow the back to round slightly. And maybe you want to flex your feet with an exhale. Deepen the shoulder opening, the freeing of your shoulders by coming into Chaya Mudra, your palms touching, your fingers widely spread. Continue to gently pulse with your breath, freeing up your body, sinking into your shoulders, freeing up the lower back, returning it to its natural curve. Then release the arms with an inhale. Exhale, setting your fingers underneath your shoulders, drawing the elbows back, freeing up the head. From center, push up onto all fours. Exhale, welcome to the new sequence of outrigger. Go into threading the needle by placing your right arm with the outer top edge of your shoulder onto the floor. Exhale, stepping with your left leg towards your right hand. Inhale, lifting your left arm, placing it on your sacrum, or as you see me doing here, onto the front side of your right hip. Draw the shoulder back towards your hips, rolling it towards the back so you're freeing up the front of your rotator cuff. And then start a slight pulling motion, freeing up your neck, freeing up the front of your shoulder. And then maybe you want to push into your left leg, moving the hips, feeling through the sides and back of your body, and then drawing away from it. So you have the whole outer left side and the back of your body up towards your left shoulder, free and happy. Return first with your left hand, then with your left knee, and then from your core, drawing out the right arm, placing it underneath your shoulders, keeping the core engaged. Start to mobilize your whole spine by coming into Marauding Bear. letting the head go and moving in a big circle, free and spontaneous. Feeling the heart dropping to the floor as you descend, freeing up the back of your heart. Change direction, see if your motion is as fluid as on the other side. Continuing to draw these big circles, see if you can release your head as you're coming up. Stabilizing your shoulders, return onto all fours, and we go on to the other side for threading the needle and then outrigger. Drawing your left hand through the gate of your right arm, arriving on the top of your left shoulder. Push slightly forward so your left shoulder can descend towards your hip, placing your head gently onto the floor. Step with your right leg to your left hand and start from the core, drawing up your right arm with an inhale, and with an exhale, keeping the front of your right shoulder released, find your bind either on your left hip or placing your right hand on your sacrum. Drawing you away from your left arm, freeing up the heart and lungs. Start a slight pulsation here. With an inhale, pushing your left shoulder more into the floor, freeing up the neck. Start by pushing away from your right foot, freeing up the front of your torso, the neck, the hips, and with an exhale, returning onto your right foot. Feel this spiraling action happening through the front of your body, reaching up the top of your shoulder, freeing up the neck. Then with an inhale, return with your right arm up, and with an exhale, setting it back down, stabilizing your shoulder, stepping back with your right knee towards your left, and then from your core, shoulder stabilized, roll back up, drawing out the left arm, returning to all fours. Free up your hips, gently sink back down into Balasana. Make sure to completely release your head as you come back up from center with an inhale through all fours, and with an exhale, go into a gently Cobra Up Dog Hybrid. Inhale from center, draw back, exhale, arrive into Child's Pose or Balasana. Feel that you're moving with the waves of your breath with an inhale into this hybrid, knees down, pelvis off, exhale, sitting back onto Child's Pose. Releasing the head. One more time, feel this wave motion, and then with an exhale, come back into Anahatasana, drawing your chest forward with an inhale, lifting your legs, exhale, arrive into Sphinx position with your elbows on the floor. Continue to pulse your heart from your center with an inhale, drawing the back of your heart up, exhale, releasing and drawing the heart through the gates of your arms. Inhale, returning to center. Exhale, moving the heart forward, drawing the shoulders back. Free the pose and place your left forearm parallel to the front edge of your mat, reaching back with your right arm, bending your right leg, reach for your foot with your elbow, lower arm or hand, and start coming into Bikasana, a deeper opening of the front side of your right leg and hips. Make sure you're still engaging your core to support your lumbar spine, and then maybe rest here, also making sure that both shoulders are grounded and that you can find calm and peace, feeling your breath as you go into this deeper opening. Rest here, enjoying the waves of your breath, sinking deeper. Then releasing your right leg, return to center. Transitioning over Sphinx pose, having both forearms again parallel to the outsides of your mat. Pulsate your heart for a moment. With an inhale, draw to center, engaging the core. Preparing to work the other side, right forearm parallel to the front edge of your mat. Reach back with your left arm, finding a hold on your bent left leg. And start to slowly pulse it again, freeing up the psoas and the front part of your left thigh. With every inhale, give yourself a little space, and with an exhale, draw the leg in deeper without hurting the knees or no knee pain. Keep the sternum elevated, your shoulders firmly grounded, and finding 3 long, deep, calm breaths. Sink into the opening and the pose, aware of what's happening, able to control it, and also to accept your limits here. And then gently release the pose. With control, bring back your left leg to the floor, returning to front and center, and melt into prostration. Arms outstretched over the top of your head, index fingers extended, other fingers interlaced. Find your shoulders firmly grounded. And then release prostration, placing your hands underneath your shoulders, freeing up the neck, rolling back the shoulders from front to back. Come into Sahaja Cobra. Find this rolling of your shoulders, this grounding of the tip of your shoulder blades towards your pelvis to slowly bring you higher as you push your palms into the earth. Keeping a strong core, find a fluid, circulating motion to free up your shoulder girdle, elevate the heart. Give yourself another push. Inhale here along back of the neck. With an exhale, draw your hands slightly towards your pelvis, sink deeper. With an inhale, come back up again. Exhale, melting your shoulder blades towards your pelvis. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, sink into a strong core for support. And then with the next exhale, descend onto your mat, drawing the heart forward as you go. Fluid breath, free neck, until you reach slowly with your forehead the floor. Bring your arms out to the side on the same height as your shoulders. Inhale, lifting the right leg. Exhale, step with your right foot towards your left hand. And then from the center, integrate and bring it back to the floor, to center. Inhale, from a strong core, lift the left leg, step towards your right hand, touch, integrate shoulders and core, and bring back the left leg to center. Inhale, right leg lifts another time. Exhale, conscious step, freeing up your left arm, let the right arm ascend. Inhale, exhale, let it fall behind you. Maybe you can interlace your fingers here. Find a firm support for your right foot and start integrating your ribs for a supported back bend on your side. Freeing up the arms, let the right arm return. Exhale from a strong center, come lying onto your belly. Again, arms to your side, shoulders roll back and firmly integrated. Inhale, switch sides, step with your left foot towards your right hand. Turn to your side, inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, maybe your arm drops, maybe you can interlace the fingers, freeing up the front rotator cuff, integrating the ribs, elevating the heart, finding a nice supportive back bend here. Maybe you want to reach through your right leg that's straight in front of you. And then return, lifting the left arm with an inhale. Exhale, come back lying on your belly. Freeing up your pelvis, tailbone to your heels, fingers underneath your shoulders. Let your shoulders roll back, lifting the heart at the same time. Long neck. Inhale, rise up into upward facing dog. Thighs hovering over the floor. Exhale, come into downward dog. Closing the ribs, finding Uddiyana Bandha, start a pulsation vinyasa with your heels. So with an inhale, the heels may rise. As you wave the spine, with an exhale, draw the heels back down onto the floor, sinking deeper. And then with an inhale, roll forward. With an exhale, with control, keeping the shoulders open, let your pelvis drop into a modified upward dog. Inhale through center, exhale, come into down dog. Feeling the core support throughout the front line of your body. Come back with an inhale into upward facing dog. Wide front rotator cuff. Exhale, return to downward dog, freeing up the head. Inhale, Roll through your spine, activating it. Come into upward facing dog, supported neck. Exhale, draw through center as you return into downward facing dog. Step in if you need to, closing the front line, releasing the legs by bending the knees, and then pulsing your spine, maybe with a body vinyasa, lifting the heels and dropping them. Allow your pelvis to completely empty out to the front, feeling the core support, slowly pulsing your spine, keeping the integrity of your shoulders. Let's choose up our hip joint, bring the right leg up, exhale, circle it back. Another time, inhale, right leg lifts, straight line, open hip, core support, shoulders stable and squared. Exhale, set the right foot down, switch sides. Inhale, left leg rises. As you go into open hips, keep the shoulders squared up, touching back the left leg to the right. One more time, lift the right leg. Inhale here. Exhale, feel the squared shoulders, the open pelvis, bending the right knee for a body vinyasa here. And from your core, inhale, straighten your leg one more time. Exhale, circle the core pull. And then inhale, extend to the back. Exhale, bending the knee, drawing it higher. Inhale, straightening the leg from the core, and with an exhale, another circular core pull. Come back up. Inhale, from the core, straighten the leg. Exhale, bending the knee, integrating the ribs, squared shoulders, and then step back into flipping the dog. Back bend here. We are opening the whole right front line and breathing from belly to heart for full lung capacity. Inhale, reaching back up. Exhale, returning with the hand to the floor. From the core, lifting the right leg one more time, squaring the shoulders. Exhale from center. Make a conscious step forward. Rolling back the shoulders, dropping your left knee. Walking the right foot to the outer edge of your mat, so your right groin has enough space. Maybe you want to push your right hand onto the inside of your right thigh with an inhale. With the exhale, sink into your left hip. Pulse it here with an inhale, freeing up the right groin. Exhale, sinking into your left leg. Maybe you want to extend it. With the next inhale, come with your hand onto your heart. Exhale, allow the arm to circle back and get a hold on of your left foot. Inhale, opening up one more time in a back bend. Exhale, drawing your left foot gently towards your buttocks, opening up the psoas on the left side. Let's keep a steady pulse here. With an inhale, we go into the back bend, opening the heart, the front side of our lungs, and with an exhale, descend, drawing your foot gently closer. And then maybe you want to stay here on your left hand, or you're diving deeper onto your left forearm. Crown of your head towards the floor. Steady breathing, steady core support, deep opening of your left front line and your psoas on that side. Feel that you're very conscious and aware of this front line myofascial opening of your left leg. Before you release it, right hand back to the floor, hands walk back. Place your hands another time around your right foot, framing it, and then finding yourself in Ujjayanasana, shoulders rolled back and integrated, core support. And step forward with the left leg with an inhale, and make it small enough so we can go into Parivrita Trikonasana. But before, let's lift up one more time and opening the backside of our right leg by pulsing into Parsvottanasana. Your sit bones drawing together, your sacrum squared, extending the heart over your right leg, drawing the feet apart on the mat. Feel that your shoulders are still connected to your pelvis and that your head may hang loose if this feels good for you. Stay with your breath, finding the firm grounding, the stabilized pelvis. Then with an inhale, reach up and forward. Maybe you want to reset your hands. Exhale, placing the left hand on the outer edge of your right foot. Find this rotation of the upper body, making sure your pelvis stays squared by placing your hand on your sacrum. And then with an inhale, extend the right arm and find the rotation only throughout your torso, keeping the pelvis squared and stabilized. Inhale one more time, and with an exhale, return back, your hands framing your right foot. Step back with an ah, and maybe you want to notice the difference between your right and your left leg. Arriving in downward dog, settle with your breath. Start by pulsating one more time. Inhale, rounding the spine. Exhale, letting it drop towards the floor, keeping the shoulders squared and drawn to your pelvis. Enjoy the release. Move forward with an inhale. With an exhale, your pelvis drops. Inhale, lifting your heart towards the sky. Exhale, returning back down into downward dog, resetting your feet, finding a firm grip throughout your hands. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, open hips, squared shoulders. Inhale, throughout the left line of your body. Exhale, bending the left knee, letting your foot drop towards your buttocks. Inhale, extending the left knee more up towards the sky. Exhale, come into a circular core pull with your knee circling underneath you. Inhale, extending the left leg. Exhale, body vinyasa, bending the left knee. Relaxed left foot. Inhale, send all the energy again throughout your leg. Exhale, circular core pull. Return with an inhale into Ekabata Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, bending the left knee, drawing the left knee higher. Inhale. Exhale, controlled step from center. Arrive into flip the dog, freeing up the left arm, letting it drop overhead, breathing through the whole left front side of your body. And then finding the engagement through your core again. And from that engagement, return as you lift with an inhale your left arm. Exhale, setting it down, keeping the core strong as you push back with an inhale. And with an exhale, making on this side a conscious step forward, resetting the shoulders, resetting your neck, finding your core, and dropping with an exhale your right knee. Left foot may wander to the outer edge of your mat. Keeping the ankle supported, start a pulsating motion by freeing up your left groin, and with an exhale, sitting into your right leg. Inhale, pushing the leg away, going into a back bend, freeing up the neck. Exhales, controlled descent onto your right side, freeing up the tensor or IT band. One more time, switch with an inhale, the back bend. With an exhale, the conscious elongation of your right side. Return to center, stepping your left foot again in alignment with your hip. Inhale, left hand to heart. Feel the expansion. Exhale, let the arm return to your right foot. Opening the front of the rotator cuff, lifting the heart. Inhale, exhale, drawing the foot towards your pelvis as you descend with a straight spine. Inhale, going into the back bend. Exhale, going into the psoas opening on your right. Inhale, expansion, drawing the breath up towards the top of your lungs. Exhale, freeing the hip flexor from the long paddling sessions on the water. Maybe you want to stay on your right hand, or you can descend on your right forearm for a deeper psoas opening here. Please work within the limits of your body. Inhale, drawing the heart forward. Exhale, keeping this length, releasing the head. Still feel whatever is touching the floor and staying in contact with your breath. Keeping the core, keeping the shoulders rolled back on both sides. And then release the pose. Inhale, come into another back bend. Exhale, freeing the left arm, returning the hand to the floor. Walking your left foot again to the middle of your mat. Both hands framing your left foot. From the core, extend the right leg. Shoulders rolled back. Core integrated. Inhale here. Exhale. Slight step forward for a shorter step than Virabhadrasana. Both heels in line. And pushing the feet away, squaring the pelvis. Exhale, descending with a straighter spine. Drawing the heart forward from center with an inhale. Exhale, descending over your left leg. Heart lifted, neck released. Maybe you need to reset your hands on the floor. Keep this pulsation, drawing with an inhale from the core to lift the heart forward. Exhale, feeling the shoulders integrated while keeping the length of the danda. The feet are still active. And then let yourself melt into this hamstring opening, feeling your feet pushing equally to reach all four hamstrings. With the next inhale, come up from your core. Exhale, setting your right hand to the outer edge of your left foot. Keeping the pelvis squared, make sure by touching your sacrum level to the floor. Inhale, bringing the left arm up, and the rotation is only happening from the thoracic spine as you turn your upper body towards your left. Neck is free, shoulders broad. Inhale here. Exhale, return to the floor, resetting your hands, shoulders integrated. Inhale, and from your core, step back with an exhale, feeling the as you arrive into downward dog. And start the slow pulsing motion through your spine, lifting the heels and dropping them, working in harmony with your own breath as you in and exhale. Allow the gravity of earth to pull you forward. And then with an inhale, come forward onto your knees, core is engaged. Exhale, both shins parallel over the side or crossing your legs. Come forward into a sitting position with your knees bent and roll back onto your back for our final release for hips and lower back. Placing your right ankle over your left leg, turn the whole package to the left, freeing up the hip flexor and the right groin, your right arm directly in line with your right shoulder. Make sure you're finding the broad collarbones and a deep breath rising from your belly towards your heart, and the release as you exhale. Maybe you want to free up your left arm too and return with an inhale towards center. Exhale, resetting your feet and go into twisted roots by placing both bent legs to your left. Finding the rotation for the torso with a body vinyasa as you let your right arm circle with an inhale overhead. And with an exhale, find this twisting of your torso towards your right. Aid yourself another time. Inhale, arm circles. Exhale, find this rotation of your chest towards your right. Last time, inhale, big circle overhead. Exhale, rotation of your torso towards the right without moving the hips or disturbing your sacrum. Arrive here, feeling your breath, feeling the floor, finding maybe a deeper rotation to the right of your torso with an exhale, squaring the shoulders, releasing the lower back. And then with an inhale, turn the head facing up again. Exhale, return to your neutral position with your pelvis, stepping your feet in a little bit closer, feeling throughout your shoulders. Roll up into a spontaneous shoulder bridge with an inhale. And with an exhale, setting your pelvis down so it's neutral. Left ankle over right thigh. Inhale here. Free neck. Exhale, placing your left foot down, freeing up the front side of your left groin, pushing your right hand maybe onto the adductor line of your left leg. Shoulders broad, wide collarbones, heart lifted. Inhale, exhale, feel the release, the sinking to the floor. Enjoy the spreading out and return to center from your core with an inhale. Exhale, resetting your feet, hip width apart. Draw both knees in. Inhale, exhale, let them drop to your right. Feel free to have your knees pointing up towards your shoulders or having them point away from the shoulders. This will work different portions of your spine. Allow yourself to sink into the pose, finding the inhale and the exhale. Bring up the neck and shoulders. Before you start the body vinyasa, to deepen the rotation of your torso, inhale, left arm circles overhead. Exhale, consciously return your left shoulder blade to the floor, deepening the rotation. Second go, inhale, exhale, rotating from your thoracic spine. Last time, inhale, range of motion throughout the shoulder. Exhale, touching it back down and reaching the left arm away from you for a full grounding throughout the thoracic spine. Find your breath and release. Legs super heavy on the floor. Enjoy drinking your breath, releasing the neck. And then come back to center. Start to free up your legs. Maybe you want to lift your pelvis one more time so you can be totally neutral on your back. Come into Apanasana, drawing with an exhale with your hands, your knees towards your chest. Releasing the lower back, quadratus lumborum one more time. Arriving at broad and wide collarbones. Inhale, freeing up the neck. Exhale, letting go of your legs. And from the core, rock back up to a seated position. So we can complete our sequence together. Arrive in a sitting position that feels comfortable for your knees. You see me mobilizing my spine one more time, mobilizing my shoulders, arriving at center, drawing one deep breath, and with an exhale. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification setting. And I see you around next time. Thank you. Again. Namaste.